Our friend Artie Hoffman, our psychic friend, is with us. Good morning, Artie.
Hello,
Hey, good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me in today. This is a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
Rachel has never been to a psychic before.
Really? I'm your first?
Uh-huh.
Oh, now this is exciting for me.
I'm nervous. I'm getting the hot flashes.
Now you might remember, when was it?
And we're talking about psychic reading.
When did you come in the studio for the first time?
Well, wow.
15 years ago, something like that?
No, was it? No, I don't think it was that long.
Not that
was
long?
it? No,
10 years ago?
I think probably about 9 years ago, maybe.
I was the biggest disbeliever in the world. You remember that?
Oh my God.
And you gave me a
were
reading
funny.
that I said, what the heck are you talking about, man? 6 months later, everything you said came true.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
I've been believing ever since, I guess.
You wanna know-
and you've said some things to me that have just knocked my socks off in the past.
Yeah, yeah. It amazes me also when stuff happens. On my way over here to the very first time I went to this studio, I was driving up the down the parkway with my assistant. It was me and my assistant were driving to the studio. We're all excited. We're being on the radio. This is the first time I was ever on the radio,
Right.
going live. And
now he's on like 800 radio stations nationwide. Everybody steals him from
Oh,
me.
man.
yeah, there
So
you
you're
go.
good.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, my assistant goes, "Turn on the radio, see if they're going to mention you." See, and then like seconds later, Joe goes, "All right, well, listen, tune in later on because in a little bit we're going to be having Artie Hoffman on as a psychic medium. He claims he could talk to dead people," and he was like, like ripping me out. And we were laughing, like I wasn't,
That's a joke.
yeah, I wasn't intimidated. I wasn't, offended or anything. And we were laughing about it, you know.
Good.
And so I read for a couple of people the first time, and the first person said no, 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 no to everything I was saying. And I said to them, because the visions were so clear in my head, they were so clear in my head, that I said, listen, I know I'm not wrong. I said, do me a favor, call me or the station the next day and confirm with your mother or with whoever to see if what I'm saying is true. And then the second person came on, and she was saying yes, 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 yes to everything. And I'm looking at Joe in my peripheral, and he's like, his head's jerking back, and he goes, wow, wow, wow. And so the next day, the first person, she didn't call, but her best friend called, and she goes, "Hi, this is so-and-so." I forgot her name. "This is so-and-so. I just wanted you to know, you read for my friend yesterday on the radio." She goes, I just wanted you to know that everything you said was 100% accurate.
I'm getting hot flashes.
So I said to her, I said, "Could you do me a favor and please call the station, let them," she says, "They already know, I already called them. They already let them know and stuff."
Well, this is going to be exciting then.
In kind of a 60-second answer, how did you find out you were a psychic?
Yeah, that's my question.
You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm a psychic, or do you?
Also, I say, you know what? I'm in the mood to be a psychic. And that's something I've never done before. No, very long story short, I went through my junk mail one day, sitting on my kitchen counter, going back 28 years ago, and there was a postcard. It said, "How would you like to develop your psychic ability and intuitiveness? Go to the Edgar Casey Foundation in Virginia Beach for this one weekend seminar." It's called the ARE Foundation. And I said, "Oh, wow, I didn't know you could learn how to do this. I figured either you had it or you didn't."
Right.
So I asked my wife, who was my wife at the time, I said, "You want to do this?" She goes, "I don't give a crap about that. If you want to go, you can go." She says, "I don't care." So I went away for that one weekend. They taught you how to open up your heart and mind to be 100% unconditional. They said, so there was 50 of us in one room from all different parts of the country. And so we would hook up with different people, every few minutes, and you would just spew whatever you got.
Really?
And you would share whatever thoughts was coming in, and you would either hold their hand or hold their watch or their jewelry or something, and just say whatever comes to your head. Just say it. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense. Just say it. And people were telling me how accurate I was.
Really?
And I said, "Wow, I can't believe I do this." And the great thing is that my favorite character growing up was Uncle Arthur. My real name's Arthur, from Bewitched. And I said, I want to be like him, where he has this gift and he's funny. And I said, I wish I could be like that. And now I'm like that.
Except you can't go like this and just disappear. And
Oh, there's a lot of people who wish I wish you would just disappear now. You're freaking me out.
All right, Artie, you're going to be with us a couple hours here?
Yeah, I'm going to be here. Yes,
and you're going to read Rachel, too.
I'm going to read Rachel. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Cat Country Mornings with Joe and Rachel and Artie Hoffman, our psychic friend on Cat Country 107.3. The Cat Country Morning Show with Joe and Rachel. We're spending some quality time. This is better than just 5 minutes at a time, right? With our psychic friend Artie Hoffman. Actually, who works with us here at the station, brought up a good point before you came in. there's not a lot of male psychics, are there? It's mostly female-driven thing, or is it just that all the females are the ones that are famous and that we hear of?
No, well, there is, John Edwards, there is James Van Praagh, but, a majority are women because it has to do with the female version of the emotions.
Like sympathy kind of thing?
Sympathy, empathetic, compassion, all that stuff that is more girl-oriented. I mean, guys have it too, it's just that guys suppress it.
I feel your tenderness.
You feel my love?
Yeah, I feel the love.
It's like, so not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but a lot of people, when they first meet me or they hear my voice, they say, oh, he's gay. And it's like, no, not that there's anything wrong with that. Right. No, but usually, a majority are women, and plus my clients, 95% are women. And I do have guys who come in,
when they're dragged by their wife. Or
when they're when they're dragged, because usually guys who come in, it is a 50-50. No, it's not that they're skeptical. No, it's a 50-50 because half the time they want to know about their relationships, and the other half is want to know about business. And with women, it's mostly about relationships.
Right.
And it's not necessarily relationships with their love. It's relationships with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Or how am I doing with that at my job? It's all about the emotions and stuff. So, it's interesting because growing up, I had two of the best worlds. My father was very difficult to live with. He really was. He was very challenging. He was a good guy, but he had very challenging moments emotionally. Whereas my mom was filled with unconditional love. So because my father had such a hard personality in so many ways. It made me very sensitive to other people's feelings because my father had no filter.
Gotcha.
And so growing up, I didn't mimic him. I just started getting more in tune with how other people feel. So it's like, that emotion that is triggered, and my mother was filled with unconditional love all the way. So with those two combination, it helped me connect even deeper with the people who I'm reading.
Interesting. Okay, so I had a question for you. We were just chatting about this a little bit. You went to a seminar to learn kind of more how you can kind of engage.
How I do what I do,
yes, but does that mean anybody can do this?
Everyone but you, yes.
Because I can get hypnotized.
No, the reason why I said I was joking with her behind, when we were off air. No, people who have extreme control issues.
That's me.
People who have control issues and people who are, have a hard time letting go. Those people have a hard time being psychic, if you want to call it. Because when you're spiritual, you just have to let it go and just whatever comes. There's no such thing as programming. There's no such thing as well, if this and this happens, then that's got to happen. There's no rhyme or reason. Spirituality could break all the laws of physics. So whatever is. So I've told people a lot of things. They said, no way, no way, no way. How is this going to happen? I can't see that happening. I don't see me breaking up. I don't see me meeting this guy. And lo and behold, all this stuff ends up happening.
Right, and I watch all of these shows because I'm so intrigued by stuff like this. So I watch Long Island Medium, Hollywood Medium. I think they're so awesome just because I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah,
they're all
very talented. Yeah, very talented.
Do you watch these shows for like inspiration or learning lessons?
No, you know what? When I watch them for a few moments. I don't really watch them per se, but I have seen them in action because I just wanted to see, from my perspective, I just wanted to see their style, more or less, or how they come across, or what do they do differently than myself. That's the only reason why I watch them. Do I watch them on a regular basis? No, because I do this all the time.
Right.
So it's like, why do I want to keep on watching someone else do what I do all the time? And it's not a jealousy thing at all. It's just like, all right, and I need a mental break every now and again. But when I'm in a zone, because I call them Artie parties.
Oh,
all right.
My gosh.
So when I do parties, we call them Artie parties. So when I do a string of people and like 20 minutes each or a half hour each, and I'm reading for like 10, 15 people in a row, boom, 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 boom. So many people say to me, Artie, I feel so sorry for you. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you drained? And I'm not. And the reason why I'm not drained is because I just sit there and I receive messages. And I just deliver them to you. It's like the movie Ghost. So I have a Patrick Swayze sitting right next to me.
I'm freaking out.
And he's sending me messages, and I'm literally just delivering the messages.
As you said before, sometimes people ask you a question you know the answer, but you don't know why it's the answer.
Exactly.
Or you really don't know the question. You just know this is what needs to happen.
Right, exactly. So a lot of times, and Joe's heard me countless times where all of a sudden I say, you know, I don't know why I'm saying this, but without realizing exactly what their problem or issue is.
Right.
So Joe, so after I get finished talking about, we don't know what I'm talking about, at the end, Joe will say, oh, so do you have any questions for Artie? No, he answered it.
Right.
And we don't even know what the hell I said.
We're talking with Artie Hoffman, our psychic friend, and we'll be back in a few minutes. And you're gonna read Rachel on the air.
I'm gonna read it. Can't wait. Uh-oh, she's sweating here.
I need a fan.
Cat Country Mornings with Joe and Rachel. Cat Country 107.3. Cat Country 107.3. Cat Country Mornings with Joe and Rachel, and our psychic friend Artie Hoffman is with us. And you brought up the question that everyone always asks.
Yeah.
People complain about.
Right.
Go ahead and ask it.
Well, because I still have many questions. I want to make sure I fully understand this before we go into it. I want to know what's going to happen to me.
I feel like Moses and Jesus. Go ahead, ask me all your
Right, well,
questions.
so
I'll answer them all.
You have to. A lot of people really think that getting involved with something spiritual as this, like psychic readings, being a medium, kind of opens up your world to something negative, like the devil. Do you have a religion, or
and
where
people,
does this go?
people have said that devil guy is on every Friday morning.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
So can
devil
you explain this for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, I was born and raised Jewish.
Okay.
Okay. And I was actually cloned by a famous person who I won't even mention, though.
Cloned?
Yeah. No, I'll tell you in a second.
Oh, okay.
Listen, he cloned this phrase on me.
Oh.
He cloned this phrase with me. He goes, look at you, Artie Hoffman, psychic, Jew with a clue.
I get it.
So I use that catchphrase, you know.
Oh my gosh.
But in any case, I'm also known as the hottest psychic with the warmest heart. Okay,
You do have a warm heart. I feel it.
It says that on my card. No, but any case, so your question, it's all what your intentions are behind your actions. I'm more spiritual than I am religious.
Okay.
You know, Judaism was my upbringing. Most of my friends who do this are, you know, Catholic and are very religious too.
Okay.
But it's a spirituality, and so I pray to the angels and I pray to the Holy Spirit to help me with my answers, because it doesn't come from me. No answer comes directly from me.
Okay.
But I learned to be a good receiver. That's what a good psychic is, or a medium is. You allow yourself to be a good receiver of spirituality, of answers. So they deliver message to me, and then I deliver answers to the public.
Okay.
And it doesn't come from me. So it's all what your intentions are with what it is that you're doing. So if your intentions is of a pure heart, and I help heal a lot of people. I've read for over 20,000 people in my career, and I've healed a lot of people's hearts, emotionally and also physically, because I'm also a healer in that way. Not that I could cure everybody, I can't, because that's not my means. But I have helped people, you know, overcome certain ailments.
So it's a positive thing.
It's a positive thing, and it just depends what your intentions are behind your actions. Are there people who are manipulative and who take advantage of the people and the public doing what I do? Absolutely. But there are people, as a doctor or as a lawyer and as everything else in every other profession, you're going to have your shysters along with a lot of the good people.
Okay.
So when people say that what you do is the devil's work, I say to them, well, if you're trying to tell me that what I do is the devil's work, then I have to shake his hand and thank him, because he helped me heal a lot of people in my lifetime. And yeah, so.
All right, I think we've reached that moment of the show for you to read Rachel.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous? You just have to relax.
Oh, I hold your hand?
Yeah, just
Okay.
make it like it's a massage. Just relax. Just relax, man.
Am I
Don't
vibrating
worry,
at all?
man. Man.